Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. Welcome to the video. This is another weekly top 10. Now, we're going to take a little bit of a break from Modern Warfare right now, um, since it has some uncertainty with it, regarding Season 4 and everything. And we're going to actually switch to my favorite game mode of all time in Call of Duty, which is Zombies. Specifically, my top 10 favorite Zombies maps of all time. Now, it's going to be a little controversial, but feel free to tell me what your favorites are down in the comments. But I hope you enjoy it, and let's jump on in. All right. Well, you can't start or have a list of zombies maps and not include Nocturne Toten. I know it's boring, it's simple, it's not, fancy like Revelations or, Der Eisendrache, but it is what started everything. This is the OG original map. This is what gave us the ray gun. This is what gave us the mystery box. This is the start of everything. I will never forget finishing the World at War campaign and you transition into this game mode. That was insane. Scared the crap out of me when I was a kid, but I will always cherish this map. I love sitting in the back of this room and just constantly mowing down zombies. This map was just what started everything, and I appreciate it for that. I would hate playing on it now because it's boring, but I still gotta respect where we started in our roots. But that's number 10. Let's hop into number 9. All right, so up next we have Die Rise. Now was a DLC map from Black Ops 2, and I vaguely remember when it was released, a lot of people didn't like it, especially my friend Sean, who I used to play zombies with sometimes. He despised this map, and I never understood why. I always appreciated and liked the map. I loved the top of the skyscraper where you could just train zombies and camp. I did not like the wonder weapon. Not a fan of it. Was I didn't find it completely useful at all, but I did really like the layout of the map. I liked the way that the perk machines run elevators. I liked how there's a little Easter egg with PhD Flopper. I thought that was really cool. I loved the whole Richtofen controlling the zombies storyline. I really liked that. I wasn't a fan of the characters. They don't really, grab my attention. But everything on this map I found to be just underrated. And kind of forgotten. Yeah, I really like this map, but let's hop into number 8 on the list. All right, so normally I'm the kind of person that chooses an original map over a remake, but in this case, I actually like Classified better than 5, and my reasons may not be like the best, but I just feel like Classified did a lot better job at maximizing the potential that this map had than 5 did. Now, while 5 was a good revolutionary map in my opinion for what they were trying to do, I just wasn't a fan of how they did it in 5. I thought that in Classified they streamlined it a little bit better. Either way, both maps are still really good. Mostly, I love them both because I'm a huge history guy, and I love that you can play in the Pentagon, go into the war room like you see right here. I thought that was so cool. I loved how you can like teleport between like the basements and go into like the lab areas. I didn't like the old dude that flies everywhere, and I'm not a fan of the Winter's Howl, but everything else is great. Like this elevator is like amazing for, camping and getting high rounds. But yeah, I love this map. It's still really good, but let's hop into number 7. As I said before, I'm a man of history, so I absolutely love this map. I love ancient history more than anything. So playing this map was so much fun with Delphi, Greeks, Romans, all that stuff, Spartans. That stuff was so cool how they incorporated the zombies culture and storyline into this. Black Ops 4 did a really good job of incorporating historical events to the zombie storyline, and this was one of them. Like you get to ride Pegasus, use Spartan shields, it was just so much fun. Like this was just a cherishable, lovable map, and I absolutely adore this. This could be higher, honestly, if it weren't for a couple other maps on this list. But definitely Black Ops 4 to me had some really strong maps. Like really strong maps. And this is definitely one of them. But let's hop into number 6 and let's keep going. So right outside the top 5 is Mob of the Dead. Now, I'm gonna find it hard to try and, limit myself to a minute really to talk about this map. This was just fun. Like like I loved the Alcatraz storyline with the 4 criminals and the snitch trying to, escape Alcatraz, that whole storyline. That was really cool. The Easter egg was fun. The interactability on this map was A1. We hadn't seen anything like it before, with the Hell's Retriever, going into sort of a supernatural state, unlock parts of the map. You know, it was just awesome. The trip that you'd take to get to the Pack-a-Punch was really creative, with the plane. This map was just innovative. Like, it did things that we weren't used to before, we hadn't seen before, and I really liked it, and it was a success. The acid gat was a cool wonder weapon, if you will. This map was just great. It was consistent, it was fun, it was just everything you'd want out of a map. This is an OG map of all time. Like, this is one of the greats. As much as I love this map, we got to move on. So let's go into the top half of this list. All right, cracking into the top half, we have Voyager Despair. Now, the setting for this map was awesome. I loved the Titanic setting. I loved this ship as a kid, learning about it and all that good stuff. But the map was awesome. The flow of this was great. As long as you were training inside the ship, you would get to high rounds easy. You wouldn't even have to be like a veteran player or anything. You could just easily knock this out. The wonder weapons were cool. The special weapons in Black Ops 4 are amazing, especially considering I'm also a Marvel fan and you can basically use Mjolnir. That's just awesome. Or Thor's hammer, if you don't know. This map was just really fun. Like, it was just so cool. When I was playing this map, I was kind of like remembering the movie, certain scenes from the movie, which is also pretty dope. I will say, the Easter egg was kind of underwhelming on this map. The Pack-a-Punch was annoying. The elemental zombies, like this dude, was annoying. I was just not a fan of that. But those are small gripes with this map that don't really make it that much worse, in my opinion. Just a little annoying. Every map has its annoyances. Yeah, that's it for the Titanic map. Let's hop into number 4 on this list. All right, at number 4, we have Origins. Now let's talk about an innovative map. Now, Black Ops 2 has been, mentioned for being these innovative maps on this list, but this one takes the cake, in my opinion, because without Origins and the staffs, we wouldn't have maps like Der Eisendrache. We wouldn't have maps like Ancient Evil. We wouldn't have Black Ops 4's special weapons, like Mjolnir and the sword, those kinds of weapons. And this map played a huge part of it, not only the weapons, but the layout of the map. The giant robots walking through periodically. This map was different and it was fun. The Dr. Maxis Easter egg where we finally get to see what's going on with him. This map was just so fun and important and a great way to end the Black Ops 2 story. So this map definitely deserves to be in the top 5. It's number 4 for me, but let's hop into number 3. All right, entering the top third is Doris. Now, we talked about Origins being, an innovative map. Let's go even further and more innovative, and let's talk about Doris. Here's why. 1, Pack-a-Punch. I mean, that alone trumps just about anything. Perks, Juggernog, legendary things that we all now take for granted because we're used to having it. It also happens to have put us with my favorite wonder weapon of all time in the Wonder Waffle. This is the best wonder weapon, in my opinion, and I don't care who wants to step up and try and convince me otherwise, but good luck. Teleportation, insane. The best camping spot in zombies ever. The catwalk. 2 people looking out, 2 people looking down the catwalk. Game over. We're here for hours. There's more I could say about this map, but that's all I need. So without further ado, let's hop into number 2. All right, so we know how everyone has that point at their list where people start to go like, you're actually special, like you have problems. This will be my point on this list with putting Call of the Dead as my second favorite zombies map. And I understand the problems, the fog, George the Magnificent, the water being just OP and freezing you and slowing you down at the same time. The wonder weapons on this map aren't great. If in fact they're pretty bad, but hear me out. Now, the Easter egg on this map was awesome. It was amazing. It was fun. It was, difficult. It was awesome. It was awesome to play. The cast of this map, merging with our favorite four zombies characters and sending them back to Shangri-La was just so cool. I love the layout of this map. The zip lines were awesome. Running through the ship and element 115 and all that good stuff. Like that was so much fun. But I do understand the problems with this map and what people have against it. This is my number 2. Let's hop into number 1. All right, so at number 1 is Eisendrache. This map to me is number 1 for a couple reasons. That reason is I just loved every single part of this map from bottom to top. I loved the Panzerschecks. I loved the rocket launch. I loved getting the bows. I loved upgrading the bows. None of the bows were bad. Getting the gravity spikes was fun. The Easter egg was so cool. The aesthetic of the map was amazing. There were so many different training spots. The teleportation where you jump up into the air into the other parts of the map and having to shoot arrows to, get parts of the bows were fun. The small little Easter eggs were great. Everything about this map was just done right. The ancient, feel of it, gothic, but I don't really know how to describe it, but the feel of this map from bottom to top was just amazing. I can't even think of a problem with it. Like I'm trying to think of issues, but there are none, to me at least. But yeah, that is my top 10 favorite zombies maps of all time. I hope you enjoyed it, this little step away from Modern Warfare. But just like that, this video is over, and I hope to see you guys on Friday. Peace.